It has really been 4 years since Vivian Medrano uploaded the pilot to Hazbin Hotel on her Vivzy Pop YouTube channel? Wow, it's been a while. Well, the wait was worth it because we finally have the full TV series of Hazbin Hotel, and it is exclusively streaming on Amazon Video. So with the show basically wrapping up its first season, currently at the time of this video, I thought now would be a great time to talk about the show's main antagonists, Adam and Lute, because they're definitely some fun and even borderline sadistic villains, if I've ever seen some. While Charlie is struggling to get people to come to her hotel so that they can be redeemed and sent to heaven, she gets a call from her estranged father, who tells her that he thinks that she should go meet Adam, who is the leader of the Exorcist army, so that she can pitch her idea of her hotel to the angels. Charlie is obviously very enthused by this and runs down the street singing her Disney princess songs and meets up with Adam and Lute at the Heaven's Embassy, which is a large office-style building connected to heaven in the center of Pentagram City, which takes up most of the Pride Ring, which is revealed to be the only place that earthbound sinners can reside. So you won't see sinners in any of the other rings, such as greed, sloth, envy, lust, none of that. They only appear in the Pride Ring. Upon meeting Adam and Lute appears to just be Adam's right-hand girl and the sort of second in command to his army of exorcists, but Adam himself is pretty goofy as a character, or at least it seems that way. Adam is very narcissistic. He loves talking about himself. He feels very entitled to everything because he's, well, the first man. He says everybody's dick descends from my dick, and he just keeps talking about dicks and how he's this guitar-like punk, and he's just really just goofing around and not taking matters seriously. He even pulls a couple practical jokes at Charlie's expense. But finally, he relents and says, we're almost out of time, we should probably talk about what we came here to discuss. And this leads to Charlie pitching her idea of the Hazbin Hotel, a way to rehabilitate sinners and deal with overpopulation in hell in a less violent and sadistic manner. This basically leads to Adam just shutting Charlie down and laughing her off. He then tells Charlie that she has no proof to back up that the Hazbin Hotel even works at cleansing sinners of their crimes, and even just flat out reveals to Charlie that he actually likes the exterminations and that he likes coming down to kill demons once every year.
There's the question of fun, and for those of us with divine ordainment, extermination is entertainment!
This obviously makes Charlie just a little bit angry, and she is not being heard at this point from Adam or even Lute. Lute just doesn't care, and they are now in the midst of just this hardcore, goofy musical number, basically putting Charlie down and saying, yeah, no, it's not gonna happen.
What you're suggesting is letting them climb up the ladder. Oh, they'd rather cross the pearly gates.
Well,
sorry, sweetie, but there's no defying their fates. Cause hell is forever, whether you like it or not. Have their chance to behave better, now they boil in the pot.
He then tells Charlie that he likes killing demons so much that he can't wait to do it only once a year. He wants to do it twice a year, and he'll be back in a mere 7 months to finish the job. He then kicks Charlie out of the room, and Charlie has her dreams and hopes crushed. It is then revealed that during the recent extermination, one of Adam's exorcist angels was actually slayed by one of the demons in hell, with the body being very beat up and the head just missing entirely. Lute then ponders the question, I didn't know that they were even able to kill us. A question that Adam quickly responds with, they won't, because during the next extermination, I'm going to slaughter every one of them. Now, when not doing their jobs, Adam and Lute seem to be pretty chill. They hang out in heaven with the rest of the people there, and they seem really happy, with Adam constantly drinking what looks like a shake or soda, and just having a good time hanging out with Lute when they're not doing their extermination job. And despite Adam's love for the Devil's Tango, and the fact that he has the Devil's Tango with multiple different angels in heaven is a bit questionable, he seems like an all-around pleasant guy, goofing around and hanging with the residents of heaven. It's only when he sees demons that he gets aggressive and mean-spirited. I could even say that this could be revealed later on to have just been that Adam deems the demons in hell to be lower than him, basically deeming them as like pests akin to like a rat or the creepy homeless man down the street. It can even be said that Adam deems everybody lower than him, except his own angels, because he's narcissistic and he's self-absorbed and loves himself. It is also revealed via Adam that Vaggie, her real name, is actually Vaggie, quote-unquote named after Adam's favorite thing. But more or less, I'm sure we're all glad that Vaggie got out of the control of Adam. Although she did pay for it, she wouldn't kill a child, so Lute came over and basically took her eye and beat her senseless, leaving her for dead as a fallen angel in hell. Let's not forget, Adam, Lute, and the rest of the Exorcists are angels. And just because Vaggie would not kill a child, Lute literally left her for dead to transform into a fallen angel. Let's not forget, on top of leaving Vaggie for dead, she also killed Dazzle, a giant demonic dragon. No armor, no nothing. Just with a sword, she struck that dragon out of the sky in another attempt to kill Vaggie. She basically cut Razzle and then sent him hurtling down directly towards the Hazbin Hotel with meteor-like speeds. And of course, with Adam being the leader of the Exorcists, he's got some crazy shit too. Enter my favorite character, Alistair. Alistair, who's been borderline untouchable in the series, killed everybody that got in his way with ease and without even lifting a finger. He didn't even have to fight them. He used magic. This man put Alistair on the ground, broke his shit, and he had to shadow step out of there like fucking Reaper from Overwatch. Adam literally made Alistair have a mid-afterlife crisis. Alistair was so injured from his fight with Adam that he hid away until the battle was over because he had to recover. This man probably forgot what it felt like to actually be injured in a fight. And you can see when his staff is broken, Alistair continues to smile evilly, but you can see it in his eyes. He's like, what the fuck is happening right now? Everything seems lost. The hotel has been reduced to ruins, and Alistair has been quickly defeated by Adam and has been forced into hiding. Razzle has been defeated, and Dazzle has been slaughtered. So things are not looking good. However, Lucifer shows up and begins to mop the floor with Adam, actually causing Adam to bleed and to actually be in physical pain. In fact, his attack is so brutal that Charlie calls it off because obviously she doesn't want her dad to kill the guy. Unfortunately for Charlie and Lucifer Morningstar, Adam does not get to be granted mercy, as Nifty comes up behind him and starts stabbing the shit out of him with her sewing needle, which eventually kills him. This elicits a strange response from Lute, who actually mourns Adam's death. This leads me to believe that Adam and Lute weren't just in a relationship based on their work. Maybe Adam and Lute were best friends or even lovers, as we always see them hanging out together. This could explain why Lute was so heartbroken at Adam's demise. She then calls all of the remaining exorcists to flee and fall back to heaven. And with Adam having died in battle, I would assume that this makes Lute now the honorary leader to the executioner angels. They leave and go back to heaven. However, just before the show ends, getting ready for the second season, we see Lute still very beat up, missing an arm, and just looking rough. She goes up to heaven, and there is a beach, and there's a woman sitting in a chair on the beach, and this woman is revealed to be Lilith. And essentially, Lute tells Lilith to go downstairs and deal with your daughter if you want to remain living in heaven. And this obviously sets up Lute and Lilith to be the villains of Season 2. More so Lute, because I can definitely see Lute wanting vengeance for the death of her leader, Adam, so there's that whole rabbit hole. But it is very interesting that it seems like they're setting up Lilith to be the villain of Season 2, where Lilith has been depicted in various portraits and pictures around both Lucifer's house and the Hazbin Hotel to be very, loving to Charlie and to her husband. And I doubt that she would go down there and try to start shit with her family. Maybe she might try to coerce Charlie into giving up her dream, but who knows where it will go from here. But most definitely, Lute will be out for blood in Season 2. I actually really like the dynamic between each of the two villains in Hazbin Hotel Season 1. I love that we get a goofy, you love to hate villain for Adam, but then we get the more serious, down-to-earth villain with Lute. They're definitely really awesome and fun characters, and I loved every second of watching them on screen. With that being said, this pretty much wraps up the video, but let me know what you guys thought about Adam and Lute in the first season of Hazbin Hotel, and if you guys want me to continue making Hazbin Hotel videos. With that, do take care, have a great night, and I'll see you in the next video.